just wanted to make this video to Vertigo Games. I wanted to have a conversation. You know, I understand I'm just one guy, I'm just a normal player, but I just wanted to be able to have a conversation just discussing Blackshot. You know, just discussing Blackshot, because it's tough right now. It's tough in the game. I understand that, of course, you know, as a company you want the game to succeed, and I'm sure that you're trying to do as much as you can to make this a reality. And I'm very pleased with the changes that have been made in the form of the new commander mode. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's good, and things like this. I'm also very pleased with obviously having your own website, and that's nice. And I know that you've been working very hard to make new content for the game. But I just want to have a conversation with you about the game, because it's really tough, like I said. I understand that you're pushing the competitive aspect of Blackshot, that you're pushing it as a competitive FPS. You now have the BPL going on right now, you know, and that's, everyone in there is using BP weapons, but they're also using Tactical Package 1, which you can only buy with real cash. They're also using Medpack Premium, which again you can only buy with real cash. But I want to really talk about the ins and outs of the game. Now, me myself, if you ask, you know, a multitude of people inside the community, they will probably know me for the amount of flaming and rage that I have. And it's not because I hate the game. It's not because I hate everybody in the game. It's just because certain situations and certain things really do deter from the pleasure in the game, and really do make me a bit upset when these situations happen. For example, if you want a competitive FPS game, how can you have specialized characters that have bonuses and traits to them that are game changing? And you know what characters I'm talking about. I'm talking about things like Mantis and things like Rain. They have game changing aspects to them. If you see one or two people, or one person on a team who's got Rain, they will usually, 90% of the time, and this isn't an official figure, this is just what I can personally see, they will usually 90% of the time be so successful that they will become either an MVP or they will get a very good score. And I understand that people can get good scores if they're good players, I respect that. But when people can purchase something like Mantis, which allows them to pretty much snipe when they're moving, which is an advantage against everybody else inside the room because they can't snipe when they're moving. Or when you pick up something like Rain, which allows people to run at full speed and barely be heard.
A bomb has been planted.
These are things that really affect the game, and these are things that affect the enjoyment of the game. And recently, with the release of the Scar Aurum and the outcry with this gun, a lot of the community, you know, have been complaining and making comments about this gun, and I'm very pleased to see that you've actually disabled it in the shop at this time of the video, and that you are working to rebalance the weapon. You know, I'm very pleased that that's the case. But it's just really tough. And a couple of suggestions from one guy, just from one random guy here in the community. A couple of suggestions. We all like customization. Every single game that I play sells some forms of customization. And they usually will cost money, or they will usually cost a certain amount of in-game currency. And that's absolutely fantastic. Everyone loves it. You know, whether it's looking, you know, having some cool armor on, or whether it's having a different colored skin for a certain character you play in a game, or whatever it may be. Everybody loves this. But when there is a situation where these characters also come with, in my opinion, quite game-breaking changes, that's when the problems are there. I would love to see Rain in the game still. And I would love to see characters. I like Mantis. Mantis looks pretty good. You know, it's a sniper style. You know, it's got a skull face. It looks pretty damn cool. But the reason why I won't use it is because of the fact that it gives you these game-changing improvements. The Rain, even the Rain looks pretty good too. You know, she's an attractive lady. She looks good. She's a cool model. I completely understand why the case would be that people would want to use it. But the thing is, people are using it purely because it's an easy alternative. It's an easy alternative. It's like macros. It's like anybody can set up macros that want to. Anybody can do it. And it's an easy alternative to actually being a good player. You can either work hard or you can use what I perceive to be quite a cheap tactic to do better in the game. And can I just give you a couple of suggestions? Can we please have these characters? I don't care what they look like. It's personal preference. But can we please remove the bonuses that they give? I would love to see more hats in the game. I would love to see more backpacks, more suits, you know, customizations in that sense, more face paints, or, you know, you can put scars on your face, or different things like this. I would love to see that. Just like you are doing with the weapons, just like the fact that you can have custom muzzles now with Venom and the spider effect and different things like this. I would love to see this sort of stuff. But just really consider, you want to push the game as a competitive FPS, and I'm sorry, but it is not competitive. The game is not competitive. For a player who can afford to purchase at least the Tactical Package 1 and at least the Medpack Premium, they get an advantage. Now with the Medpack Premium you can purchase a normal Medpack, I completely understand that. But the Medpack Premium is just better in every way. And again, that's incentivizing pay to win. That's incentivizing you pay that money to give yourself a better chance at winning. Because you can use that Medpack twice in a round, whereas with the normal Medpack you can use it once. And also the Medpack Premium heals better. And I just would really like you to consider what's going on here. The fact that Tactical Package 1 gives you such a bonus inside the game, Sub-Zero stops you from trembling at all pretty much when you're being shot at. And the fact that this is only a cash item, you don't have any equivalent. You know, if you offered Sub-Zero in a BP version, like you do with the special characters, if you offered Sub-Zero in a BP version, whether it's an item by itself, or whether you offer Tactical Package 1 as a BP option as well, that would help a lot. That would really help a lot to balance out the perceived pay to win in the game. And to be honest with you, I agree with what people will say with pay to win. And like I've said to you before, you know, I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy. I'm just trying to help the game grow. You know, when I get mad and I rage and I'll flame for certain reasons, I'm not doing it because I hate people. You know, I'm doing it because I care and I have passion for the game. But some of these things just please need to change. And it will really, really make the experience better for everybody. And it will alleviate some of the pressure on the GMs. It will alleviate the tension that the community have with the game. And the way that the community will take it out sometimes on the GMs and get very aggressive with GMs. It will alleviate a lot of things. So I really, really hope that you've taken the time to listen to this. I know that you're probably a very busy company. And all I can ask is that you please consider some of the things that I've said. And I really hope that things